A lot of things happened during this week. I don't lay all, not so. Boku Tino. I don't know if it be the right. Which one will you remember? Eh? You remember say now na Guinea the game get for go play? What make you go na Guinea? You remember say na CAF say the stadium not correct? What you remember again? You remember say the minister can say CAF not correct for waiting and say he blame somebody else? Eh? Hey. Okay. You know I just tell you just now. Police say marshal. Na no go area. No so? Okay. Hey. Lawlessness na the country on the rise. Not correct. Not correct at all. Sylvanus didn't say, he said some of the holidays them where then they celebrate in Sierra Leone. It's not justified. It's saying a loss to the country in economy. Now make I say, I don't know. I really don't know who that can go ahead and say, Gipa, Monday, International Women's Day. Let's make a holiday. Always say, let's make a holiday. Or na the pa, na himself can just say, you know what? We don't work too much. We need a break. Eh? Alright. I don't know. But and Gisilase also the minister be say the toilet is correct. Except na the water problem no more. No say then they ration. That's what he say. He say that they ration water. So now that problem you can get. Yes, us friend, you get the platform, sir. What's in your summary for the week?
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A, for giving me the platform. And thanks to all the listeners and viewers. I hope everybody gets a nice week, actually. And thanks to all the effort we do for bringing it together here. The issue about Salon and especially all the issues that we don't lead on our table, then Bokorole. When you see other things and they go in the right direction, but sometimes you go say the public, now they get trust. Or sometimes they say all the other things there, would they put uncertainty. Or sometimes they say they bring unsettlement. But either because uncertainty, like you always bring unsettlement. We look at some of the things that will happen, necessarily like the rioting, people's behavior, but all come down to this thing we can see in a backtracking. Is it this issue of backtracking? What do you mean they for bring about you get the backtrack inside politicians and they put up an attitude where then they say us versus them. You get the backtracking back, where the civilians and back would they put for say, well, then wire, then thief pass then wire, or then wire, then better pass then wire, or then wire will let them at all costs. So you they see say that backtracking, the handle belong say belong me, I by bit no they come up. The other one they would the whole say, oh, that we don't do bad. Now so we get for look to now, and they get the other one they would they say, well, would they stay neutral? Because then they backtrack. That's not the part of the civilians. Then you get the backtrack of the politicians there, where it can very toxic. And that one then I can bring what's it and they say us versus them. Because when you look at Amnesty International Human Rights, they say they bring a toxic, dehumanizing attitude where in case they not deal with them, they bring division. That can happen by many things. Then you think of now, say, well, instead of backtracking in the negative way for bring legacy won't affect, or they say, oh, well, that's what they don't do. You go see, well, try to do a backtracking where you look at areas where a previous regime or a previous somebody don't lack and in fault. So that I go take them like a yardstick for say, okay, yeah, now we don't see things and they go wrong. Now I don't see things and they go wrong. So when you start first part of the issue, like for saying the issue where people they come for say, okay, now we can't do a development. what are the development? You go see a development where they say, okay, now we will get market now Waterloo. Okay, if they say an issue belong candy where the people and they talk about land, then go use land, people and count different policies, people and can't say, well, then why they not been do better deal. So because they don't do better deal, don't deal with that side. So you see how the backtracking of that area they get from OBN. And what it mean get for cause from that one day? There was a riot recently because the thing even they crop in gradually different stage until they bring a stage where people and then go begin cause problem in the Waterloo. So in a scenario, they go try for say, well, now we promise you something, but you can't say the message is it not something good? It is good, but if they say, are they bringing the right message? Are they coming to tell the people and say, now this thing will they do so? Will they try to arrange let this and this not be? But would they bring them in the form of this? But if you go say, when I don't make paper, when I don't sign, when I don't do this, everything is in evidence. If they're not in plan, then you go question, say, there are plans coming on, there are things going on, but sometimes you go say, are they coming for let them go develop and get the right message to the people? And because the people go they see say, now una be doing at all costs. But the fact is there that it was there, but because of sometimes the next stage will be done there for the land, where they can then draw the land way under, then draw the land way under, then the head up for gold list people and when they don't pay their own money, but they say they try for make a ton of fair because of SLR. So all those kind of things, it is based on backtracking. When a bad backtracking, instead of they look say, well, that didn't not be work well for the toll road. But if we get for Ahmed, a lot tries to say this program done, let this project done in a good way. So that we go to another one. Then the politicians, the civilians now, they're not going to look again for them backtracking of politicians and behavior. But again, the civilians on duty, what do you mean they say no more? Let them they try for the use this backtracking system on their own side, that their own side of backtracking, looking at waiting at the legacy, waiting at this man in status at the society. Now, good man, or he get a profile or a good ethics or morals before they take him, we put in a position. So you see the side of the backtracking of the civilians. They are using that one for looking at the records of people. What did we don't do? But sometimes, because of the vulnerability, the politicians they see the edge where the people can become easily taken out a number for let them get a number what they need. Now that's chance they can use. But I only hope say sometimes the civilians will stand on their own backtracking and not follow the backtracking where the negative one where the politicians they bring for can't say now so that why I don't do or I don't why that they in charge there. Instead of they look say how we go able for ramify the economy. One of the main thing we will get for look at. But I will left that side is small. I come to the area where they talk about again the body of now the regulatory body when they talk about the vaccine, one of the pharmaceutical body. The pharmaceutical body now, you go see saying that the right thing that they do in practice. But now two things now I feel say they affect this issue here now. The agreement between the pharmacy board where they say that they get right to regulate the vaccine, and then the government will get for don't go through them. But again, you will remember there was a state of emergency when they put just when this COVID year came. So the state of emergency, as we say, give some right to the president at some point for say certain decision there. And in a member of the COVID task force, he will say, now that mandate they use. So you can't look back, say, they know they go with waiting that the algorithm of the law them with a regulatory body did. Because other countries they don't get state of emergency, so what they can do, then they give the regulatory body actually for check the outing at the efficacy, how this medicine good, the data work. Because they're not going to go for everything again. But here now, we not get that body there because in the UK they get what they call the I think now Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency. Then the US then get Food and Drug Administrative something where the FDA, the Center for Look their regulatory body here. But then they work together with the Ministry of Health and Education. But again, that body there. Now a body where entails they get pharmacy body there, then get the biologist them, Then get the one day who they look about they medicine, then herbal drugs there, who like people like say native medicine. Then get people who they review the panel. Then get even people that wanna people that are the laboratories, what they do with blood and other things. So that then they can't look all the data there. But because we not get that particular body, they will only get her in the form of a pharmaceutical body. And again, the situation don't can arise, say the government they in a state of emergency. So all these factors and they collide, wherein you know go see say one body go surpass the other one. But again, what in normally they try for advance until they challenge this the way they get now, then they try for let them go get all these bodies because now in they go along because who say we get center the way they do small research, but then try for enable them so that the research work go there in line. Because what thing they before don't do that drug, they follow and go do. And the only option we they have at this time, they supposed for don't try and pan people them, and then they say, okay, let's do the data. But again, you go say that might not be right because now then they try for cut down choices. But again, they try for control and the decision making, they make it in a short way for save lives, not put on that way. But at some other end, because of that decision making, when they not go with the law, it they bring like a control body, the control where the government will control over certain agencies them for let them not go function. So those are the areas where you go look say it go back. Then the other side, but I'm far go left that side. Now the vaccine actually the number actually how they work out. If you see like let's say then they get the 20, let's say 20%. They not use and then they tell you say, well, this is part of the dose. But you go ask where they give that 20%. They can actually call that one day a kind of wastage. Then they get what they call a vaccine wastage. The vaccine wastage, that's not for saying when they give vaccine them, then they give like each vial when they open up, they get certain amount of dose when they give another vaccine them. And like the Pfizer, then they get about 5 doses. Now they forgive per one vial. That's are 5 people that they forgive. So when they open them, then they call what they call open vial wastage, and then they get closed vial wastage. But here they talk about first the open vial. When you open that bottle or that container for the vaccine, you they use them. But if you not use all the 5 doses, you they either try for discard them, then you know go keep them because of the chain. The cold chain way that for do. So those are the one they would like to say with the left for in case of the one they happen. So that they're not going able for use again. Once they're not being used, the Oxford in a 8 to 10 they get. The Moderna in about 10 doses. So when they use and that one they can just estimate, then put them aside, say this now for just wastage. They get back what they call the closed vial wastage. But that is this now the time when they pull out so that they make them, like when they get that Pfizer, so they're not able to keep them to that temperature till reach, now they call closed vial wastage. So those are just the numbers behind there. And then I'm looking at the area where when they talk of the I don't call that sick bikini issue, then you relate them to what the government been do when they swear that woman would have Kailan, I'm sure that one day. What the opposition bring up, then bring say, okay, that woman they want to make an elector, the other person die, which is good. All right, no, sorry, no, that's not the point I'm saying. Which is the point to them bring come, and then go further. Will say, well, now what's it make that one in the left now because other person die when a young person, and not in the first person, and other young man back when a minister right now is sick critically. So, but what in they try for put the message? Say, well, let them get privileges there wherein they go get good treatment, whether they go other side, because other department they get there, so they go treat them, they not go die or get ill, when they not go able for work again. But it is true on one side. Then you go look at the sick picking, what then they do. Then they try for promote for show people and say, oh, now we now what are people that they do? Now we get these things in the country. Now we develop we health in the country. So it will be for all man. Look at the hospital in the UK. I'm not comparing that for B, but I just give a scenario. When they pull the Duke in one hospital to the other one, but not only for specialty. Not for if they go to any hospital, the only difference no more, then go say, okay, I had a big man, they like wouldn't they get cornered, then get the place where they call then go one place where a section where they treat people in. So it kind of just those small areas we say, okay, give them the prayer, but at the same building, the same doctors, the same nurses, and they rotate them. So in other what I want to say, then they try for plead for their own good. But they try for say, let we try for put good health facility. You see the truth behind it. And the speaker of the house, like the only thing I want to ask is say he approved. He said, yeah, let it be. Because then they look for their own benefits, which is good because then they need it. But again, I hope say then go they try for begin debate something at the parliament where go bring the profits for all man because health then get the health place there. Themselves go there, all man go there. They not go begin put extra budget. Instead of that budget, then they go extra. It go then uniform. When they just say for the health of everyone, when an umbrella side for everybody. And then I will see some other issue again happen, leaving that side, where I will see the issue of the mayor, if they do a recycling plant of wastage, of liquid waste, which is a very cheap project where they do. Because they do the gas, like therefore they put the wastage cycle. But what I therefore relate them to, there is another guy in King Tom, we don't open another recycling center when for plastic wastage, which is good. But they try to bring this idea for say let them make like a block, then block it for billows. If they recycle this plastic, mix them, instead of use the cement, then they use that plastic they for make block, which is economical. But they just don't begin that research today. It's not 4, 5, 6 years ago. But the question behind it contains plastic. But then now they try to force the government, the housing and planning minister, let it go introduce that act today, where the people and therefore they build their host economically. But the idea we therefore bring now the wastage of the plastic, but you know they look at to the effect of that plastic they will go deep and that block it. But only hope say as the minister be saying go look into research of it because we don't know if it's gonna be like when they talk about those things that we combustible to fire or the plastic will reduce the amount of air where they pass because breeze therefore move in between inside the hose. They don't know it. Instead, I think say there is another method like what the mayor they try to introduce. So then the other method again they what them before try think about how government will put hand power wherein then they recycle those plastic for make electricity. I think they produce some amount of a percentage of air what they produce. I think something to do with hydrogen or something. But at Japan they do the plastic recycling to blocks. It is very good, but I don't want to let them go further for make an act. Let it be a choice of individuals. Now that side, you know, more me go just want to take up because some people then go out for come inside, and then the issue of the like I think also well those are the areas more of the week because only thing I try for cinema the individuals then get for avoid this backtracking and then get for come they make policies then with economic policies who would develop the country because when you talk about the attributes of a good government waiting make up the government now with the flexibility approach dealing and then you're able for accepting them and then you get things where you bring up or not to toxic things in the society. The people then get for understand, themselves get for know their limits, themselves get for understand the route where they go, and then the police then get for the help. Sometimes, like when you get heated arguments then therefore they know areas then where they approach by having not say undercover people then go not say them people like then go don't they make small palaver there. Then thing they will get for crop up. So how would they identify them? How would they address them? Because they are part of the community, not to just one day people and just grab, go begin stone each other. It has been some heated arguments hidden when then they ignore, but they not get people that were specific for do like when they say FBI, other things. This is why they are trying to train with the nature of the country we don't deal now. Like when they see them people there, they work alongside with the police, but again then they extend and say, well, una self until una get agents, they will now they work near the man they as bodyguard, una get on a body in the streets, una self will they relate with them, una they know what them they do. So those are like information going through where they know that potential one for happen no more, they don't go there, then go diffuse them, they address them. Because these are happening things which people then they know. Even strike when they want strike. I remember those again they know say now so they then they strike. So thing they happen. But they are leaving it to address it at an early stage where they will diffuse them. Instead, then they wait for always address them. They not get CCTV camera they would have go know would have run to person. Past the few way get camera because that was what Suvula been they say. The one they don't wound, would not them able to find out who that make. But sometimes you can't get the facts. because not all thing, oh man, they helter skelter at that point day, and then the following morning you see fire happen, but you can't even tell. But all those kind of things are areas where intelligence is what the police then get for try and put inside. Like when they see that CID, they for try transform them like small people and go dey. Then get them really because there was a time they introduce people then they get tools then, but let them transform them more so that that will help because the country every few days things and they have to make up apart from those unprecedented ones. Now you know about the thing. Unprecedented ones, we can know how they handle them. But those which are ones where that they get heated arguments, it can hard for deal with. Thank you very much for giving the platform, and God will continue for help as changes and they go. We'll get the right people in place. I will get the people that will accept and interpret messages so I will go before. Thank you very much for giving me the platform. Let God bless you, sir.
Thank you very
You're
much,
welcome.
Usfin.
Yeah, most welcome.
Yeah. Make we begin come Dr. Isatoke Kejalo. Make we waiting a get for we as a summary for the week. Yes, doctor, you get the platform.
Yes, hi, good evening, everybody. Happy Saturday, and I hope so everybody to do well. For me, thanks to whose friend and to you for the summary. For me, I really get very minimal for this week. I'm sure we don't talk about the path, the bandwidth and bands alone, and also how we get for try we best for make sure say we accept and we try for fix the problem within the country and with the hope say where this fixing happen, everybody go for try them best for law will continue for maintain things in the country and that now thing I really think for do and like let people then try for own up. If you didn't have a specific ministry, they don't give you a ministry for run. Try for do your homework so that what's in the ahead of you. What's in then present you with. So then you go make recommendation. Because as Sierra Leoneans, they just say waka just they expect everything for the nice and rosy. It doesn't work that way sometimes. You get for work hard for make let things and they in place. So we hope say the minister he own up to in mistake we make because for talking in the way he talk, in the manner we talk, he really not they represent we and that not a good thing. So we really do hope say, this go come to pass and we will see things then better. And I know we will do the calculation as to how much money then fee say them be disbursed. Yes, really up to the 500 million we then say then don't disburse. So we hope say then go back. Maybe that was an error, of statement or if them they try for say up to 500, which is not. Just try to be accurate when it comes to figures, especially people then they see those things as we know the corruption way flop now the country, so all them different things and they could be misleading. So we really know one for that and it could happen. And also something we I see, baby say I'm sure many of we Sierra Leoneans and we don't see any, you be don't mention and had this program. One we sister we been, go to Cuba, we end up na Jamaica and also we they try for go back. I think I see say, they don't left for go, na salon. We they wish her all the best. We hope say we he go there, they get the peace and everything we really they wish for. Because somebody, no matter how much you take overseas, on a foreign land where you in your home country, you did get that relief, you did get that, sigh of relief. Really, we go help you. We dey wish I think that ETA, we really they wish all the best, as he land in a salon within Peking. Because really it's sad. We'll see what thing he go through. But sometimes I think we all have our destiny and I'm sure, she was able to, pick herself up and then try for using faith and go back. We'll say it come out. Um that's not the other thing. And the other thing where I want to focus on as we, get the interview where you been stream here, or we'll talk about after AYV the interview with one of we parliamentarians. We be say the leader for NGC. We really do hope say Sierra Leone. We will get patriotic people. Them we will really serve that nation. They and when they always they choose political office or public office for serve the nation, will be truthful to themselves, be truthful to the people of Sierra Leone, and see how best we can really come together and change things in us alone. Now, a very small country, if we really work together and try to avoid greed and try to avoid selfishness and embrace one another's ideas, especially when saying a good idea, not just look at it as a political lens, look at it from the benefits we eager for bring to the nation, and see how you go speak up, advocate for things when our human rights, when our basic human needs them, way for them happen in our country. We really hope say we leaders them could look at that and understand say people in the suffer in the country where from sufferings and they enough will happen. One person enough or no more. Now you feel say now you only need for benefit from the country in money where be say not to use salary, where be say now other people them we don't work hard, taxpayers money for let them go really develop the nation. Instead we they get so many different things traveling out of the country, spending thousands of millions of dollars where it be say done it and can go towards the healthcare system. It will go towards the water, the sanitation, along with the light, the electricity what we talk about. Until those things are met, really we country we really not there yet. And even though sometimes people don't want to accept the fact that if we compare yourself with the neighboring countries, then they do far better, but yet people want to think that no, Sierra Leone is ahead. No, we are not ahead. If we cannot have 24 hours of electricity, or we cannot have good internet connection, or have water, running pump water running in all households, we get picking away they left for go, take water very early in the morning, or be, do other things that way they make it very difficult for them, let them focus on their school. Definitely, I don't feel say we compete with other West African nations, because I've been to many and I've seen, and I think I've seen my own country, and I'm constantly in that country, and I know exactly what it is and what it takes when it comes to those things. I feel like when I'm in Sierra Leone, I light generator more than even how many times the light is coming. And within that, you see how many times then where the light they go in and out, in and out, in and out. You they end up with like 4, 5, 6 stabilizers them just for ensure say the current, ruin you electronics them, where you don't spend money on. And also, the power of the light, we know different locations them is very low, right? So these are all different things where we can see and we feel say we need for highlight, we need for continue for advocates, and law believes say there's a lot of issues in the country that needs to be fixed. And then come to the healthcare system. We get sick picking in at the country, and we host one of we brother now. So where it be say, Sarah Network Charity Foundation, really was happy to see that the Sarah Network family, we come together, we try for raise money, for really for support them. Because really, then kind thing that if you think of the United States, for example, waiting sick picking projects they do now a similar thing as waiting like St. Jude's. Even though St. Jude's Children Hospital or the they get different types these children hospitals them where people then they donate to, where then they do a monthly donation to, and that can help really family members them where they get sick picking. As a parent getting a child who is sick, it's not easy. It's not easy for us, those that are in the health field. We see how it is, what those parents go through, and it's a lot. And you see exactly as he was mentioning, most of the time the mommy then they go through so many things. You can we know they say this papa they know the support, but as a mother, there's a lot of things that the mother can take when it comes to the child's health field, health overall, like compared to the daddy. Yes, you get some papa them back way just like the mommy, you then did it 24/7, and we just want for like everybody continue for do their parental duties. We come to then sick picking them, not time then saying a devil then get, because something then where they happen in our country, if we get proper medical system in the country where they constantly screen for diagnosis them, where they try for identify the problem on time, and then go see how much people then will become well aware of sickness them within the world. We are just, I'll tell you, we see all these different illnesses. There are a lot of illnesses in this America or any other overseas country, but they are well equipped to really take care of those type of health issues them. And I make it see, would they fly picking them out of the country for let them go India, or let them go Europe, or let them go now other countries them for get medical care. But with the hope say we will get a healthcare system at the country where it be say it go really able for sustain with people then at the country, rather than spending all that money on flights, spending it on lodging and then surgical interventions overseas. In doing so, it really not a help we country for like it grow, because if we want for grow, we got to forget we own. If you get your own, you go able for really expand. But the fact that what you get, you always outsource them, and then they really help you in how you go develop as a nation. So we really hope and we ask, we hope say we current government know say this not a priority, this not a right for Sierra Leoneans, them for all Peking, for all citizens in our nation. They deserve proper and good medical system, and we as a charity believe in that. We as a network, and also as Sierra Leoneans and where they live overseas, and we don't see what's really proper or good medical system is. Where you go to hospital, how them for treat you, how you for be diagnosed. We know they say the people them now we country where go medical school not they do well. Then we only do well if we provide them with the tools, the equipment, the things them where they need for let them do well in that field. But it's very challenging for a health practitioner or health provider for let it do in job where it be say the facility where they work, it not even get the materials them where it for use, so that go use the same equipment twice. Some things and they are only meant to be used once, and if you need to reuse it, they needs to be sterilized. So these are some of the things them when a challenge in the country, and we need for see the healthcare system to a next level. Lord, cut down on the trips them overseas now. Lord, focus on delivering to the nation. And presidentbio, I know say if you listen and if you hear our voices, every day we come on this platform, we feel like there are issues in that country that needs immediate attention. Attentions like healthcare, water, and electricity, and our sanitation should be our paramount and our top priorities for make we country go forward. Now that the message I get we can to all the things and what they see go on at Salon, and really we feel say Salon for rise, Salon for become a better nation, and we are strong. So Sierra Leoneans keep being resilient, and then try to work together as one. Now that I get for the summary, and then I don't know. I guess we need to just announce how things were for the Sick Picking Project fundraising.
As we say, we want to say thanks to all the donors them. We answer to the call. We will be asked on the day where we host Ishmael Alfred Charles from the Sick Picking. We get a total of 32 names. Some are pledges. I don't know if we really want to call the pledges, but the one that we give actually we go focus on. I'll call some, and then Yusuf will continue. Some of the people we donate, these are the names. We get to Smantoli, Aibatu Kekaba, Dr. Isatuka Kejalo, Adama Kajwe, Martha Cole, and Usfen Kamara. You can continue from number 11.
Okay, and then we get Martha Eronabi, we get Patrick Dominion, we get Keep It Low, Dija Barry, Mabinti Koroma, and we get Musa. Well, okay, that one I think Musa Conte, if I'm not mistaken, donated to directly to them. We get Kumba Tarawali, we get Memzubi Safa, we get Amuda Sise, Bala Kuroma, Michael Koka, Mata Kuroma, Mata Bangura, and we get FBM, Adama Mansere, Almami Kanu, Vandi Sawi, and then we get anonymous donor. We get Mohammed Kamara MLK. Then we get Mohammed Kamara UK. So because there's two of them. In terms of US dollars, we were able to raise $1,157.44. And then we get, in terms of pounds, we get 190 pounds that was raised for the CPK project. So we hope say, this, goodness where everybody do, you will get the blessing for that, the reward for that. And we tell everybody thank you. And we will do this presentation tomorrow to the Sick Picking project. As Triple A don't mention, we get for attend the meeting with them can do. We can always try for join them, also and try for see, the one picking back we will get with them with themselves. They try for help for later picking they go through surgery and other things and also we can come on. And we want for Sarah Network Charity Foundation and Family knows we don't they support them and we all know that now the group the last time we've been raised money about 500 for a picking in surgery we myself top to like 700. So and that was like accounting for 70% for the surgery. And we do a little bit of help we can to seek the kingdom, and we just want for Lord we all continue for do this until God make things happen for we in salon. Yeah, sorry guys, I know I can always end me talk with the Sarah Network Charity Foundation fundraising. When I see all anything in the Facebook, the one that we don't buy t-shirts. If you really want for share you t-shirts in photos with us, so we can add an at the Hall of Fame page. And in doing so, if we can do our because like every month we did update them because the first few we don't do, so now every month we did one, the one that we don't buy, if you not share it, which we please do, and we still get t-shirt then we try for sell, because we don't want for keep the t-shirt then inside the hose. So I go really hope say if you interested, please reach out to us for let we try for sell then t-shirt and raise money for Sierra Leone, people them way really need help. The t-shirt then they go for $15 US. If you did not Europe, now the European money where they use, but all across now 15. And the cost itself, we did see like it's less than it's about 60%, not quite, but like half of the money can go back to or the charity, and now that we don't use, for even the school where they try for renovate right now. Most of them money then they were used, so we really did count on everybody on that. So I know we won't forget for say that and thank you and have a lovely Sunday tomorrow and hope for a better week coming up. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Yes, caller, your name and also the call from, please.
Yes, good evening. Nina Raymond Cargo, actually the call from hospital now Portugal.
Yes, Raymond, you get up to 5 minutes. Waiting you get for it today.
Yes, again, as always, I really want to appreciate what they do and how often you they take your time for analyze some of them things here. And yes, I see people and they even take some of them things here and possibly record some of them and share them. It gets in own challenge, but I mean, they do an extremely good job for outline some of them things here. But over and over all of this time, one of the things that will consistent every week, we get more challenging news because we call them bad news than really the good things that would happen. And me really today, I want to come out in a slightly different direction. Although me an extractive industry expert by profession, but me also a public administrator. And one of the challenges we get with governments and most of the MDAs, not so just with this government, even with the past governments and so on. One of the challenges we get, we're not able to identify stakeholders and properly engage stakeholders. And again, it gets so many reasons, and maybe more time not they for go into some of their reasons and they, but really extremely important for engage stakeholders. Now, like the work they do so, most of the project they do, they come out, talk to stakeholders, make all the one they not to and they talk generally, not to just the one that, because when you talk about stakeholders, not to the one that they benefit from what they do, or the one that they contribute into what they do. But I mean, stakeholders get different things then, because something and they affect them just because they carry on the project or what the project completes, and therefore you get for involve all stakeholders, and then they happen from the top of government to the ministries, to the MDAs, to various institutions them. If they really engage the stakeholders them, and well, one of the first challenge, how then we engage the stakeholders, most times they're not even able to identify the stakeholders, because for every government, I mean, the public, now then the general public, now then actually now the sponsors of government and programs them, and therefore the public now the key stakeholder. And of course, we get what you call classified information. And so government for able to know what thing you will share with the public. But what thing can happen if you share some of them things here with the public, it gets a lot of effect. So it happen. Certain project then what people go use for either twist them or so, but once you don't engage certain sections of the public, now then go able help for market the project, let it become acceptable. Now, like you talk about, like we talk about this vaccine. If yes, there is a state of emergency, but state of emergency not give a passport for do things how enough for be, because when it comes to health, you get for trust your institutions. If you set up a regulatory institution for a particular sector, you get for involve them into some of them things here. And like I say, because government they know they properly engage the stakeholders, now all that they cause a lot of things, either they permit people and for do corrupt things, or they create people and assume other people and say they corrupt, when actually not to corrupt then corrupt, not just because they not engage the stakeholders, they not make things known to the stakeholders. Now the issue where you pick up with SLFA, just because they come out small to the public and engage them in full and do that disclosure, you pick up certain things, and like how the contributors then say, if they come out and really come out and say na mistake, or na this happen, na that one they happen, everybody go know say na mistake, and so nobody no go waste in time, nobody no go waste in resources for begin chase a wild goose. But if they're not come, then there must be suspicion, and there is the need for us for accountability. Just and you able do the analysis, then they able check say something missing, just because they come out and talk to the stakeholders them. And exactly, I mean, even at the COI and the number of things, although not to the topic of discussion, so many issues, and they will not get nothing for do with corruption, not just because people have that perception, and therefore then they try for make sure say they still they enforce and say there was corruption, maybe because they're not being engaged, because lacking engagement and being corrupt are two different things, especially engaging the key stakeholders. And therefore, if government, even when they want to implement certain policies, they engage the key stakeholders. Trust me, eventually, I mean, if you want fight corruption, now some of them things, then they make sure say the people that want for know certain information, know them, because now misperception, now in the field, all of them things here, now in they destroy even investors and so on. Because and what's them thing then they around now in mischievous people then they use for propagate bad things them, what they drive investors then our country, and what they make we country they suffer today. and therefore government still get for take a good look. I mean, this self plan for talk to some of the people and who even can do most of them survey them. Yes, for do corruption perception survey and some of them other survey them. It's extremely useful, but let them also begin look into useful surveys within institutions where they follow proper management procedures. And once then check out some of them loopholes, then because the government they boast for capital development, once then pick up some of them loopholes, then they focus on them loopholes, then they for build the capital of some of them in the capacity in some of them institutions, then they. And trust me, if we do that, if we begin look into some of them things, then they salon slowly go change and salon slowly go get better. And so, I mean, eventually, if people engage, responsible people like triple A, you go ask relevant questions. You yourself not go deep and out. So many times issues go come, you they take time for explain to people them. Not so because people them really not themselves, not just because people they not they get the right information. And it not helpful for a developing country, not helpful at all. And this issue about eliminating expert judgment in most of some of these things, when they make some of them decisions here, let there be expert judgment, because certain people then they make some contribution into RAM, and the public knows them as them kind people here make contribution into RAM. It promotes acceptability, and if they not accept most of the things then what then they do and how then they do Salon will continue for be divided. And trust me, you are doing your best, but if Salon continue for be divided, I mean, Salon will continue for DBN, and it will be extremely important, disheartening. Yes, a lot of people don't suffer. They don't suffer innocently. They don't suffer. They don't get nothing for do with corruption, but maybe they're not being engaged with key stakeholders them, and therefore we need for begin encourage, and even in the program, let them begin encourage and begin educate some of them people here about stakeholder engagement, because it's extremely important. One or twice at the area, you get for struggle for get certain information even from NACOVAC or some other institutions them. Enough for be so. People, if you know they can do anything suspicious, if you're able engage and able get a discussion. Thank you very much for giving me the platform, and I hope say I make a little bit of contribution. No make sense. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you, sir. Person they behind you back as you call so that person they behind you, but you get up to 5 minutes.
We then last minute.
I know you get up to 5 minutes.
Problem. We wait. Sometimes they wait till you don't shut down. They will call for cause problem. Sorry.
Carry on, sir.
Okay. You know, I don't know if we always drag us na the water, then we force them back for drink. Unless everything where you don't talk now today, it makes sense, but it's gonna one is to come on the other is the example of why the country forgave holiday, the minister had to hang. Because the reason is you don't already read them. Then they make 400 million, 200 million. Half of what they make a month don't go into payroll. So now the reason that wages yourself try to talk and say everything where they don't bill or where they don't commence na Sierra Leone, not to Sierra Leone go for the money come out. No, we don't say the money to go. If 200 billion alone to go past the 400 billion really they make a month go to themselves, because the man just hire. I think he even hire somebody with the work out in dog, all in at the payroll with him picking the dog. Maybe he picking himself the dog. Do all the work out the dog in the morning on the net instead of at the payroll. So then they waste all the money there. Then they take up and pay debts there. Whoa, deeper. Then if 100 billion left, what 100 billion go do?
Na 90 they left. Even that 90 they save then say for any like in Yola. The 90 way they left.
Thank you.
Like in Yola.
Waiting that 90 they go do. But all the projects that waiting as a low way, my brother, even if you go to $1 trillion, $1 trillion as a low right now, you not do. So waiting that 90 billion they go do for every institution, every MDAs, they all want money for do something for the department or the ministry. Now make money now. Because if this man like what he been tell me, what he lie away, he publicly lie away say the past government blow up the budget, the overstaff, Ingo can cut and the way income increase them in double them. If we follow the word what he been tell me, now he cut down. Maybe we budget the salary budget before maybe for be 100 billion or maybe 80 billion. Then that another money then now be for go pan water, if for go pan road, if be for go pan hospital. But so like if they go holiday, he had the in finance minister, he had the one. Now we go to the lawlessness. This man like complete shame. Everybody be feel say because of a military background, he will even do better. But to me, the last government way better than this when it comes into lawlessness. Because to me, the opposition, then they look for something there for catch on. Because now what thing they go on social media, now like say APC don't capitalize on this Brussels or Belgium, whatever place. Because now they get some audio, them would go on where they say red movement. It don't turn that into politics. We're supposed to be demonstration, but me not call that the demonstration. Those are hooligans. I don't care who they you be or what you think about them. When they say if not demonstrate, you want to demonstrate, waiting at the cause. Waiting at the cause where you demonstrate for. Tell me what you demonstrate for. They can't shoot you, they can't break you buffer. Okay. Even though we law system not work that much, but continue for try. Go na court, go na police. And not give you no permission for bonus. Now you need to try for impose your rules them over the other citizens them where live in that area there, the offices them because that is na business district. So everybody where they do business in that area that day, then pass this and they not able to do nothing. Just because of your lawlessness. Now you deprive people of for go work. If not government offices then be did it, then none may be happen. School let me did it, school let it go on. If hospital be did it, sir, who ambulance go can near the all my whole cutlass and shovel. Then they continue for the make excuses for their UTI. I don't tell them, I can care less if they wipe them themselves with acid. I can care less because this not so the normal way this for protest. This is not hooligan, this is not thug way of protest. Look what young one again, the one who they try for develop when are we young one then multiple bank somebody in accidents. The man not just grabs it there, they go kill somebody. Now accident. Myself see on social media how then they beat people them. Young, this now small school picking them. But the life this whole one we young we picking them for go on with. Then somebody go on to now back for defend them, to bring politics inside it. We young one and then the one they want for don't save. Because then why I not reach 2021 it. Well, because the one don't turn 2021, the Okada driver, then you what I don't pass Gary, then don't go. Now God no one other for save then and then don't go. Now then been na that place 2 days ago. Now then in Belgium or whatever place they call it. Then they what I don't pass Gary, then don't go. Now only God get no more now. But the young one then now they try for preserve. Look how themselves don't begin to behave. Then any little thing with the try for rap politics against them, around them. Hey, these young people are then get them floss them. So be it. Then get them. We can pull them all out. But now we call a spade a spade. Then they're not to demonstration, not to protest. not thug them, not thief them. And me not go be shall not yet if matter you spray them with gas. Period. Spray them with gas, let them go wait before. Because you can't continue for behave like this. Any side where they say you hold axe, you hold cutlass, then they say you're right. Then what about the people that will live in that vicinity? What about their own rights where you encroach on? What about their own rights? The schools that will be there, the hospital, the offices then, where you cause a chaos. What about their own rights? Not so you no more get right. Yeah, that's the mommy, brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Omar.
All right.
Yeah. Yes, caller, I live on here. Your name and side call from, please.
Yeah, good evening, Triple A. This is Abubakar Sise. I call from Manassas, Virginia.
Yes, Abubakar, you're up to 5 minutes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Mr. Triple A, thank you so much for what you are doing. Thank you very, very much. Let God bless you. Let God bless you and Dr. Kakejalo. And every good owner member for that country, let God make it come into reality. Let God bless you. Yeah, the country, any Sierra Leonean who love that country, sometimes some of them would be so ashamed of all this negative news where they just come out from that country. It's so shameful. Me, I work with some Americans there, Black Americans, where they know they give us Sierra Leone and it's like they follow up all these things they go on about Fatima Bio. Some of them they Sabian. They say they know everybody from where in the film acting career. So all the time, sometimes they can provoke myself in a job about what they happen with the first lady, all this negativity on the right bottom and this government. It's shameful. You see, but what in person get for talk, this country, this politician, they don't really unbog this country. And they continue for doing because they see it work for them. It work for them and they continue for doing because they see yes, it give them the kind of opportunity they want for keep themselves in political power. Yeah, one of the things that we politicians and the government and they fail for really to now for all the ministers them accountable. When they don't give you a ministerial portfolio, a ministry, you don't undertake for whatever challenges way you meet at that ministry there for do the best way you can. If after 100 days, say when the president said they hold himself to that same challenge, the 100 days, if you don't try for see within the challenge and that ministry there for make it come up with a plan of action. The government, the president get from India wonder if you are up to the task. I mean, this issue about the national stadium and this condemnation way the CAF don't do. This way also the president for don't fire that minister day. If I don't fire that minister day before he begin CAF, we can't shift the blame or make any other excuse why they would say this CAF they can't take this kind of decision against the stadium. Would say him in day. I mean SLFA, whatever the federation, the minister get for no whatever the issue that they weighed in at that stadium day, we make this decision, it can't do this decision. Who is going to be accountable for that decision? The minister will talk, say, it not be no nothing. They're not telling the football authorities, they're not telling us alone. That not will be enough. And also, Mr. AAA, the way we run this country, any discussion we person get in salon today about anything, people they mostly look on either the red or the green. Personally, they can't talk about any issue we not politically tainted. Any position we take on any issue, someone will look and say you are pro-red, someone will say you are pro-green. It's like you are not there just as a loving, patriotic Sierra Leonean. You get for be partisan. That is, I don't about the country badly. You don't about the country seriously. And I don't know if any way the way this network, this radio show, go able for bring some of these youths where the politicians they don't use today for set we against each other. The youths in the country, where they ready for take up arms on either side of the political side against each other because of whatever differences where they get because of political party. Where in the end, these politicians, they know they adopt any policies where go try for improve the lot of these very young people, these our youths. The unemployment rate among the youth is so high, it's so very high, and I make them so vulnerable to them politicians for try for use them anytime where any issue they wait until say, oh, it go be to the political benefit, then they try for use it, use them, for set them up, so they will go fight for them. Where at the end of the day, they use them and they go suffer the consequences with no kind of compensation to them or their family for any injuries, any deaths where they incur because of some political machinations by the politicians. I wonder if we for bring some of these youths, bring them kind of the public forum, make them discuss, make them see, make people educate them for say, look, what did they do? This position they can take for them politicians against one another, it's not for their benefit. They are just being used. They are used by the politicians. And one of the reasons that we sometimes I think about the APC government, I feel say that government would have been the one way for don't take these policies away. This government they take today on education. If APC been take those policies seriously, been take education seriously, all those times they were in office, I think say this man will just can't build up on what he don't begin so. Because I mean, however I look at it, education na investment way, the rewards are not immediate. The benefits of an educated population, will get up right away. This benefit will come long after this man is out of the political scene. Yeah, and then most time the politicians they try for ignore education because no say when they get a literate population, it will fool them one time, but no go fool them two times because they will not become wise for begin they vote wisely. So Nabion contribution, Mr. Tripoli. Thank you so much for what you are doing. Thank you. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much, Abubakar. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and inside the call from, please.
Yeah, I did that, Patrick.
Yes, Patrick, you get up to 5 minutes, sir.
Well, I mean, the country, as we all say, the problem is so much that only God can deliver with that problem. So when you look that problem there, you go wonder what that do. That's what always the same. I do they do it, But we still get with finger across the years. God go must deliver we. We go get the right person. We go get the heart of that country there. We go sacrifice beyond the word sacrifice. Then I want to clarify one thing yesterday discussion in the woman we talk about the airlines. The water that they make with the coffee, not to the toilet water. That is a wrong idea. I know some people that wicked, they could do anything. I know the disputes that. But I don't work with the plane. We don't load water inside the plane. The water we load now the plane, now the potable water now the airport. I don't know if I did the pool are normal now. But I that water they with the load. Then the water we load for the toilet indifferent. Then they would get with the mixer with blue juice for not the odor, not the smell odor. And that not the then small plane there. Like for them big aircraft there, then 777, Boeing, 747, Dreamliner where they go overseas, and the Airbus 330. Now then a vacuum water then a vacuum. Now make if you go inside the bathroom where you flush, you see something stuck on the air. The water just the good small water and they go they serve just for clear mess the day. But then a vacuum and this the bill and the survey that now it suck the waste. Now if you go inside a big plane the day we see as soon as you want flush, you see the medicine with force. And so they bill. So they not use the water where they make the coffee with inside the plane. Not in a special again you don't tank. But as with system says the person at the bathroom, you see somebody take water at the bathroom. It's possible because some of these flight attendants, some people they naturally, but some people they go work, they bring in family problem from us, they bring in at work. So no. And most of them when they really work now airlines, flight attendant or something are single. Maybe they get man problem. They get so many problems. But that now but for say that they use the toilet water, say that they not safe because say they get health They get FDA the day, they get police, they get till the air marshal the up, then plane the day. I make way sit down inside plane, you don't know that it's down near you. No talk and talk, they talk. They get the air marshal the way the flight, any international flight. They get one or two inside it. Even the one where they go Africa. They get the air marshal the way they sit down inside plane. You know they know who that is the be. So time way you sit down there, somebody begin talks or rub, think the way enough for talk. You see they get handcuffed everything inside that plane there. So now that I'm want to clarify. Then the other thing again, we Sierra Leonean, we like for argue so many things. We country all them stadium where they talk about today. Now this some of them think they are the parliament need for the work. For call that minister of sports. Say paddy man, we don't get complaint. If you boss no one with itself, we don't say the government they are set aside fund for this kind of thing. Wait till they go on. Call them front of let question. Let tell the parliament, the people that what they do, which kind of work they do. Not so for just the fly number where they say salon get and international match is ready for flight. This not the work. Some not them thing else for see with parliament they the work because of the embarrassment where they set up, the government don't get. For calling person there, put them under scrutiny. Answerable. We the ordinary people not able to do that. Not like they represent the people. With the example, they copy so many things in America, Europe, laws that they copy all that thing and where some ministry not do well, call them, let answerable. What happen? They can carry man over 3-4 reports don't come out say they done bad, but you don't come out say you not bad. What's in your own defense? Show we the proof, show we the answer, say this side good. I don't think they had the parliament there for the work for not all the other things. There's small law there, there's small thing there, but they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. Then instead of now that thing that where they accuse them, and then they go say, oh, the people they're not right. So they expect them for let them call this minister of sport. They go answerable to them. Would they expect them? So many things the way they don't call Nara Parliament, they will not really follow up it. From where they think they call this Attorney General or this Salona lady. Or no know if they don't call her now, or they don't call her now, or no know. From where they say they call former Land Minister, let her appear. Today, or no know. I don't know when and how they will call her. So many things they do, I don't know they don't begin the feedback with the present government. Those they can't talk now the year no more. For that first time. That's it. And not to follow up again, what's happen, we not know. They know they get back to it. I might be wrong, maybe they don't call them. They not go public, but I believe say if they for me don't call these people they have the resident to call on for that area and the media. I'm a 98.2 AY, all the other representatives that parliament the way they cover some of their story today. But the parliament need for work hard. They left for proof to it. We don't now grandpa we don't pass grandpa now, sir. We cannot go talk in our whole so we don't pass the world war because the turn at 60 years we receive with small picking they now don't know nothing but we country. All what they know now for talk, eat and laugh. They know they talk about the arena and now before self they tell me young, you see that thing and they were some man say, oh, me I grew up, I want to be lawyer, I want to be doctor, I want to be pilot, I want to be engineer. I don't think them picking the now where they come up there and dream that itself. Because the country they even give them the opportunity let they dream they anymore. Not all like we own days. I mean the opportunity in the day, the way to serve the day, you see the future say for be what you want be you see ahead. If you will work hard and take seriousness. But now most of them picking school picking the now where they ask some of the best option they will tell they want to be nurse or maybe lawyer. They thought they want to be an investor. They not they thought they want to be pilot. Because which pilot airlines or which aviation team where go talk to somebody want to be pilot or other career or catering or wedding planner or event team there. Because the country not even make them dream that they happen to. So when somebody born now, for late, the country don't already predict you. Salon don't predict you future for you now inside salon. Now all of the grace of God, now you able for end up say if you not turn politician because the country don't they predict that for you. Not that infrastructure or things like that, or opportunity for we say oh I want be this. Even the sports when I sport. You see before young boys then they will say, oh me, I want to be like Mohamed Kara, I want to be like Abedi Pele, I want to be sport. It's that they practice, but now sir, what if you go play ball? Things there for it, you know get I go even get that passion there. That passion for later be a footballer. You know the school then at school league not there, classroom or community league not there that much. So all the things then they don't do, the country don't they make now they predict the future for the young one day. You know, as we always they say, Lord, we not go give up. Me, I know still I go there alive for six alone better one. They cannot ever die soon by the grace of God. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Yes, call ID live. Your name and inside the call from, please.
It's not Ezekiel and the call from Oregon.
Yesterday we sent Saturday we sent last Saturday we sent the search party for go look for you, but we'll not be able for Fanny. But it gets up to 5 minutes. So.
I'm so sorry. I've been there run for camp, but I'm not able to meet up. Thank you so much, Triple A. Like how Wami brother been there. Thank you for some of the things that we did analyze for we touch almost everything where they go on at our country. Thank you so much. And obviously the people in all way then they contribute and they bring up a lot of ideas where they help we for understand how things they go in our country and how we go contribute one way or the other for let things continue for change for we. I will continue under my same personal responsibility. They remind people and again I'll be talking about family planning, decision making, your image or integrity. And the last one I'll be talking about before today, and I'll be asking questions. So today I'll go with things that we definitely connect to all within they happen, especially when I've been they watch how picking and the people and they react to accident where they happen and on way they create chaos. So I get this topic, say reaction, they create the moment. And when the people and they say I get a defining moment, defining moments, they only happen because that person be react to certain things that will happen. The reactions that we they see where they happen in our country, even in America, regardless how advanced this place be. If law enforcement not there at all, law enforcement, by the way, not to just the police, we come to the court system, not to just they arrest somebody and then all of a sudden he well to do because he get money, by the time they know, then don't pull them back. Where are they say then they enforce the law, we see they arrest you, you day behind bar. If the court not clear you, you go continue for the day, and then they fast track things. When we not get that system set in place where they arbitrate between people, now that's you they see the reaction where they see from people in the street. If person knows a way something happen, he call you, you show up, you arrest the perpetrator, and then you put on behind bars until you find out the truth through the court. If you say everybody way accident happens, everybody go take the law in their hand. No, lost a family member. The driver, they're not even question, they're not even arrested, they're not even question, they're not even test whether he was intoxicated or not. That life don't go for nothing. By the time they know again that person, they still they behind the wheel again, they drive. They're not even cross check. Waiting be happen. When we not get that in place, the reaction where they see from people and they create that moment, whether the moment will be negative or positive. So when we they see development they happen, obviously they happen in a vacuum. Anything new thing we see them make, now a reaction to a cause, now a reaction to something, you know reaction to corona. It don't make three different companies don't make medicine quickly. Now America, they react to a situation. Any development way they see now a reaction to something where you fail. Now a reaction to something where they happen. You know, if you apply that now your life, even in the time of problem, now there you go see some people and they prosper. In fact, some problems now prosperity to some people. You know, again, how you react to that, how you they react to that. You they see, then they attack some place, some people and they fall down and die right away. They not even touch them. The reaction, the fear, don't overwhelm them so much that they react so negatively. It take them one thing. The other person, he reacted differently. He end up for run. The other person, he reacted the other way. He end up for cover. So this whole process you can apply in your life. What thing would they go through now the country today? What kind of reaction you they make as a young man? You don't look around your environment for see what are the opportunity, even in the midst of problems the way they come. Try for react in a way that way it go change your life. So I guess some little what yourself at the drop way if they try to put this into perspective. You say your reaction it go help give people an idea how to study you. This now the reason where you they meet somebody even the first time where you left, you they go and talk say that guy na good guy. Just imagine now the first time you meet. Now, because of how that person be reacts to you, both countenance, both a mood, emotion, in tone, by voice, you they end up for conclude. So your reaction on any situation, it they give idea to people and for interpret who that you be. The reaction to we first lady to certain things the way people then they raise against her, it they end up for give a conclusion to some people and have for give a name. Your reaction to any situation where they happen around you, it they give idea to people and how they for characterize you. Even who say they work, if na customer service they do, and you they see some usual customers and like customers the way they see almost on a daily basis or weekly basis. As that they happen over time, you they already give character to the people the way then they come. Why? Now because of how they be react to you, even though you be they act nice for helping them, then they still look low on you because of the job, the kind of job way they do. Then they probably look you down or then they look you in a condescending way. So as a result, as you see the normal, they interpret, that nonsense guy, they come back. So Lord, we start for begin for react to things and the situation around we so that it go turn we your situation around. If you react so negative to any hardship way they go through, now negativity no more now you go remember. Now no more now go they come. If you conclude say with the situation where they part as Sierra Leone, thing not go change. Then now that negative thought, now no more they get. But if you get a reaction where you feel where a forward thinking, regardless what thing they go on, then you go begin for develop ideas how you for escape that kind of situation where would they in that country there. Because I they say this because I want the young people and way would they come up, way you they come out college, begin for develop an idea of how you go feel comfortable in that country there. Because if you continue for react in a very negative manner, things are not changing the way how you want to change. So you get for purpose in mind how you go react to the circumstances where they come. The same situation if they put them between before 2 or 5 people, you go understand say all the 5 people, if they're not all not there together, if they come and you put the same issue in front of them, you go find out say you go get 5 different reactions. Some man go relax into the depression situation where you put in front of her. Some man go very agitated, confused or labor try for run away. Some man even though he angry, but he try for solve her. So you they get different response, and this they go back to with politicians. I want let una know say una they work for the people. So every time when una hear criticism, una reaction now for just bash them and talk to them as if they're a peasant, they know sabi nothing. Una begin because this thing it bounce off. Una as a leader, it bounce off from una. If we then see that una behavior, una then authority, now for just take advantage of the people and way you for work for, that same mentality they continue for it vibrate all over to the least person. You go see that same behavior. Some boy they pick him as a prefect now the school. All of a sudden, he want treat the company now like saying a natty because this same behavior they see on authorities and they do. So law we create an environment with all the hardship way they go. If we create an atmosphere where they create understanding, say we all respect una, we all the area and understand what they go through. We want for do better, but right now we not get the resources we did for law. We do all these things, but law we continue for work together so that we will solve this problem in the long run. Hey, but whose leader go talk like this to the people the way they work with? We they not go understand that. But every time when I hear condemnation, now pompousness, or if you get near that person, they say you go one slapper. Now so. The thing is so funny. They do that kind of behavior in your house where you pick say, "Papa, not get this." So they turn around and slap him out. They say, "Okay, I will try forget her." It's the same procedure. If they put you in charge of the country, that's the same thing. If we complain about something, then there is a need for let you turn to we and talk to we about why this thing not happen. But if you reaction in negative, that negativity will vibrate as a result. So my way push and take, Alexef na knuckles he gets, he will try for put on the concrete and push himself back. And sometimes when that pushing become a group push, now they cause chaos. So do you allow we find way and react to situations where go create peace for we all and development. Thank you so much, Triple A.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Before me go, I get one thing where I want up multiple. Now the too much blackouts in the country. I don't know if you see them on social media or you talk to you people them, you famble them na salon. Blackouts don't bokon. We understand, we know say booming na the phase 2 can help small when the rains then day and everything. But we know say the last time they return the one ship because now 2 ship be there at the water. They return the one ship say, oh, the one we go left now go able and all this whatever talk with and talk. Not to true. Not to true. This is the thing that, sometimes not of us say like me, Triple A, I can just feel for Toko. No. But times then they think say like all of us don't understand, we don't follow, we not able to comprehend and make wise understanding out of situation. If you don't follow Winaya, you're gonna say I've said a couple of times about this one ship way been there, the other one come, then the other one left, then when the blackout can pass smack, then count another one, this and that. But this last one, then go sign the 5 years contract for, they only sign for one. They return the other one. And then tell me, where the dry skin don't see don't better one. Now the turn the light problem can come with Wahala. And as we speak right now, that thing they don't reach us alone. Then go give you any kind of excuse that they want to give you. But me want for say na ya, like I be don't talk and before say, because of that one ship they don't return. Then until we say the one go able for generate, waiting the 2 be they generate. Oh, self no say if the one be able to generate, waiting the 2 they generate. Why may then go count number 2? Number 1 be get problem. Now may then go count number 2. When number 2 come, then she say well it's like say with the overload like number 1. So what to go do? They will just keep all 2, and they did. Where the time kick and they return 1, then when the blackout don't can count 1, then count the other 1, we can make 2. But when they ready for sign that 5-year contract, they not sign for 2, they not sign for even backup. They just sign for 1. Now, blackout to Allah don't come at the country. To the extent, Usai, mortuary, they complain, say, for days them, lights not in at the mortuary, body then don't begin for decompose. Is that right? Because most people they go keep na mortuary, na destitute, and people we not able to go na the private funeral homes them where they na the country. Now then they go na mortuary. Eh? Right? Correct? Now you say look no more. Blackout now don't pass smack. People go talk, the lights go, they come and go. So man now they even see himself again. Oh, now them per lamp one they will get well. Now in that. How long, Padandi? How long? Eh? Hey, even at the two ship, now be able for the give the lights. But the people are paying. This is not wickedness. Now prepaid. If you no give money, lights not the kind of meter. So that they take you money first. Then take you more. Imagine whose wickedness will pass this? Whose one? Or is it that we parliamentarians say who they represent they don't understand? And possible can say, oh, well, not to this administration. It don't happen for years. And so we should fix it. Oh, not to want they fix, and that's true. But the after wanna be the manage. Who don't wanna be the make proud pa? Wanna go send the other one go. Eh? Now that. Who don't wanna be the make proud pa? Because they make una go send the other one go. Una don't send and go now, then waiting next. The blackout don't boss. If it been busy and a bit two, then we get the way the bullet and they can get the other and they make a. For more they tell we say bumbuna phase 2. Phase 2. Then they para. Who stay they don't? Who stay in the phase 2 they don't? Money you they spend no more. I know say when I go salon back, I'll try to talk to the people and make us show you something. Wouldn't they talk now? I say light and water. But after having a video tour, of the Sewa River, the dam and everything, outside the Bow Town City, the water they come out. No. Lights. Lights na they make you not get water. Lights. With me understanding on that day, like even the day where they talk, I was on a virtual tour, video tour of the facility. They show me around and how everything out and they do for supply Bow Town water. Even the day, lights not been there. And without lights, they're not able for pump the water. All the process where the water get for go through, you need lights. You need light. Yes, we need light and water, but we need lights more. Because the way the lights, all the system way for purify the water, way for do everything, now lights they use. So I began for ask, I say, okay, well, this one they use now. Waiting the fuel. I said, I know, but the fuel, the atmosphere will not go use. I say, yes. 800 liters of fuel. Now they need. 800 liters of fuel. Now they need for run the system for 8 hours. For supply water. So you see how you need so much for able to supply the water. So they know they're able for, because if they save then they buy fuel no more, when money no go there. Then the one they go for supply, then the heads are for supply light, not the supply lights. So I begin for ask, say, okay, what about the one of Freetown? They say, no, the one of Freetown, I think it did down, so na run down, so then now they use more of the light, so like the one in a bow. Well, I don't try for talk sweet, so maybe they'll let the camera in, woman the tongue, let's show now waiting I able to see that day. But after that tour, I think say we need for press more for light. When the lights there, then the water go come. But when lights no there, then water no go come. Because the system where they do everything back, instead of need the lights. So you don't suicide the lights paramount now. Eh? Oh, don't get the constant light. They'll be asked the one that for supply the water now. So what thing they happen with the water? Eh? Who that? But if, to the extent where body go decompose, na cannot, mortuary, what thing that they try to tell you? For say there is no standby there. So then they have party the same EDSA. Hey, saloon. Eh? They would like to be the manage. Una can make bug. Una say una dey turn that one day back. Then una end up sign 5-year contract. Eh? I don't know. But go watch who say all the politicians then they. Jugu. Now so the generator then they beat if lights not dey. Because they get free fuel. And they bar. Me reach challenges no. Can't see. Eh? If I put jerry cans then at the trunk of my car, go na gas station, go fuel. Can't put it in house. Eh? But you see they can't tell me say, hey, the jerry can the last one who don't turn who need more. Go buy back. How long per that one day? I did that 2016. I no go ever rip. Hey, daddy God. I don't go ever repeat that today. 2016, I went to Sierra Leone for 6 months. And that time I not even connect to the power grid. So na generator 24/7. Man. Why check no more fear no more for so. Fear no more for generator and car. I say no. When we will mobilize. 3 of us, me, 22 Jones, and somebody else. Because we're all a neighbor. We mobilize, we do a light car. Now, what we do just do the light, it was fine. Now, the entire area don't connect by the light. We do ourselves now, we need to get again. Because now worst light to the get. And the worst one now we get. Because all man now don't carry para. For good one can and 3 people. We don't can now well all man. You bring a kind of well like that. So me, still yet at the end of the day where I go, I still get for light generator. Is correct? That's what it for be? I don't think so. I make a always say na we where they go salon, we will go small investments there. It's just for the love. And for the love. For the love now they do and for. I don't care what you say. If as long as them basically they not even dealing at the country, not just for the love. Salon no get nothing for me. I don't know for you. Salon no get nothing right now they offer me. Other than say, I love him and me na born salon bobo. But for say where you go, no. But na the love. Because then you say, love pass all, That's why. But the one that we connect to the power grid, they don't care. They don't. And they enjoy better one Right now you go, all side go dark, then inside them bright. Eh? I said the other time they talk to us, he say, well, the light, man, don't cook me to give this soup. He say, pass a send now, then go buy ice block. Now go can put inside the freezer back. Inside the lady, it's not well. How long per that one day? Imagine they don't take your money back. Oh, you get units now, you meter. You get her. Now you meter. And you know what? Because most of we the Canada, we are well connected to Sierra Leone. Either we get property day, either we get business day, either we they go back and forth. So like, they talk not of us saying, nah, they say, we they talk out of experience, you know? Out of experience, now they talk. So, my dear, I go there pray. But I think the blackout don't pass mark. It really, really don't pass mark. And I don't think say correct. Inside 2021, we'll get prepaid. Prepaid meter now we get. When me say you don't pay first, they don't hold you money. Then go sit down per a month, they don't give you light. But your money then at the hand. And they think I'm joking. One day I go must meet up that lawyer the way ready for law do this thing in salon. Let take these people to court. Let we see. If there was a fine print, we will not see where maybe that day now go see. We'll go see. But you can't hold me money. Say they give me lights, done months. You still hold me money. Then let's go back to where you trust me. Then me they trust you. And with that one way, then just increase the rate. Say, people in the thief light, but now we don't buy billions and billions and billions. Now in the thief, now the same heads are they. Still later then they find a loophole and they lock. They not still come to we and apologize. So will be the accused for nothing. Lord reduce the price back, go to 80. They no. Because then it don't go up in a salon. Well, I like you sabi vim. You vim te, they can do. Because waiting do. Na yana salon.